The Magnificent Mira Flores holds artifacts from the Mayan capital that once existed on the site of Guatemala City, the capital of Guatemala.
This is a Mayan city in the past, and the name is Huyo.
The museum has 5 levels. The top one is an observation floor, offering a panoramic view of the city. The third level holds the permanent collection, an amazing display of Mayan pottery and artifacts. Every item is over 1,000 years old.
You can find different archaeological pieces from the south coast, from the north of the country, and this part of the country is the center of the city.
Mayan cities stretched for miles, holding many large structures. The one pictured here is Tikal. Maya artifacts as old as 2000 BCE have been found, with the empire at its strongest from 250 CE until about 900. When the Spanish arrived in the 16th century, they routed what was left of the Mayan civilization. As of January 2023, over 400 Mayan cities have been discovered. How many people lived here?
Millions of people.
Millions?
Yeah, millions, because it's a big city in the past. Yeah.
Kaminaljuyu merchants became rich, trafficking in jade. Archaeologists believe these items were hair and scarf pieces. In addition to jade, obsidian served as a valuable trade item. All Mayan pottery was built by hand, as opposed to on a potter's wheel. They tempered their pottery with crushed-up shards, ground limestone, and ash from the surrounding volcanoes. The most common subjects in Maya art are mortal rulers and supernatural beings. The royal courts of the Maya kings and queens employed full-time painters and sculptors, some of whom signed their works. Here's a video of the famous Mayan ball game, and a replica ball you can feel and lift. Here are some very large, 2,000-year-old carvings. Notice the man being eaten by the crocodile, and the arm and leg sticking out of this one's mouth. Archaeologists believe that these mushroom sculptures were associated with religious ceremonies wherein hallucinogenic fungi played a major role, and some suggest these stones may have been linked to a fertility cult. The museum teaches about Mayan mythology. This mural depicts the gods creating man and the other animals. A small theater shows a cartoon video based on Popol Vuh, the sacred texts of the Mayans. As parts of the myth of creation, the book describes the creation of man and the history of the hero twins, Chinepu and Expalanque. There will be more about their story when we visit the basement. A scattering of murals depicted Mayan ceremonies. The second level holds the library and the temporary exhibit. This temporary exhibit featured a touch and hold opportunity for supervised youngsters. In the entry hallway to the museum, they have this huge glass-covered sunken exhibit showing how the modern city has been built on top of the ancient Mayan capital.
So you can find different mounds and Mayan temples like this because this is underground.
Marcelo is pointing just outside the back doors of the museum at a huge grass mound, the residual of a Mayan burial tomb. From our hotel room window, we can see several other mounds sticking out across the city view. We finally get to the basement in the Mayan princess burial site. Before we get to the incredible tomb, we stop to educate the children. There are magnifying glasses, posters to read, and other fun interactions. Here, one can dial up the voices of Mayans and archaeologists. To reach the video, we have to pass down the hallway of fluttering bats and eye-glowing owls. We've reached the video telling of the Mayan creation mythology. Two brothers are invited to the underworld in a challenge against a ball game of the two demon gods. If the brothers win, they can bring order back to the surface world. To get to the game, they pass through all sorts of scary underworlds, including one of the brothers losing his head. However, they end up victorious, and the Mayan civilization thrives. The princess burial tomb is under the mound we saw before. To get there, we have to travel down this hallway, decorated with scary scenes from the mythology video. We've braved all the hazards and made it to the prince's grave. Here's how the tomb might have looked when fresh. And here it is now.
So I invite you for coming to the Museo Mira Flores. So welcome and thank you.
This is Dr. Philip Levin with Doctor's Dreams Videos. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.